Channel settings. Oops, switch account. Sorry, everybody. This portion gets a little weird because I have to do it after I start streaming. That's how the PS4 sort of works. Oops. That portion's done. Oh no, the camera just like naturally starts turning that direction because the cord's so coiled up. So over time, if you start seeing it start turning, it is a ghost. Just think of that. Copy link. Yeah. Sorry for all the behind the scenes action, guys. It's just a sec. But other than that, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. Darkest icons, barely. I'll do it there because I don't know how everyone's screen is at home. Ooh. Graphic game. Oh no. This keeps turning. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. Make it vibrate, yeah. New game. Let's find out what happens in the story. In sleeping pills, he is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case, able to lift from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I didn't realize that was a part of having a private eye. Alright, just making sure it's all good. Oh, that's a long loading screen, isn't it? Enter madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can remain sane to the hideous end. A little weird that the wedding ring's on the wrong hand. Let's move. checkpoint. Can I take the lantern? No attacking, huh? I gotta be careful of what I pick up or look at. This is a Cthulhu game. Oh, it's circle to crouch? Okay, the chains. This could be a short game, and I might have to play more Mario Maker tomorrow. More chains here, too. I gotta need to find a key. Oh, I need to see it. Hurricane Lung. I think this is the tutorial. What are these? TNT? Left triggers to run? Left triggers to run. This is strafe a little. Oh, to pull it out. Okay. Break it! There's something here, right? I don't even know who I'm playing as right now.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen.
I'm running. See you later.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
I guess not having a face is normal here.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I didn't pay too much for this game. Letting you guys know that. Tis but a dream.
I hate whiskey.
Then don't drink it, man.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Hmm.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
No, put it back on.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Missions. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Whoa, what? No clues. Huh. Proving this skill increases your chance of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. CP? Do I gain experience, or do I just pick things up? Oh, sanity. Where he took part in the Moose Agon offensive. He was one of the few survivors of the lost battalion. Stable. Oh, that's showing my sanity. I guess I should keep track of my sanity. Character points. Okay, I don't know what I can do yet.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
I'm gonna let that phone ring a bit.
I have business here to attend to. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I wonder why I still take these things.
I swear they will put me at internet miss for now, but the guys are wearing off. Hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Hello?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
That's not good.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay, let's give that a shot.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will still be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
Animation's a little weak, but we'll play. Hello. Is that painting for me?
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
No.
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Then bring up the case
Sarah,
already.
my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie.
Boy's
She
acting
would
solid.
never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look.
Look at this painting!
I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What? This must be the 20s, 30s?
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Alright, let's take a look at this.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
This is a fire-starting dining room from the whole family. The police decide on domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist it was mental frailty.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life. and death.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet
And I
down.
need pay, so.
I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
What?
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times.
Whale hunting!
Century.
This might be a snore of a
Seems to have
game.
been
We'll have
shown
to see.
since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Nah, I don't need liquor.
I used to be an avid reader.
The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. Oh, cool. It does increase it. It's not a bad office, I guess, but it's totally one of those things you'd see in the movies. Let's go. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. How am I already at chapter 2? I expected more gunfire. I think there are tentacles involved. There must be. Otherwise, why would you set fire to your own house? Unless it was like self-defense. What if the family was a bunch of cannibals? A Donner Party scenario. What if it was red herring? It could be. Just gotta make sure that the channel's doing fine, because this is an oddly long loading screen. Enter madness. Get on the boat. I did not go here alone, did I? Focus Home Interactive presents wavy font. Oh, I can't read that. in suits left and right.
We're almost there.
Are we? Are we there yet? Why do we have to go on one of the foggiest days, though? Spook. Scylla?
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
There's a history between these two?
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Let's poke around. Need more points. Sure thing we found. If I talk to Captain Fitzroy again. Something off about that lantern.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Just makes me think of like the Resident Evil typewriter sound music. I mean,
Nothing for you here either. Beat it.
You're already in trouble.
okay, rude. And don't need to crawl right now.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
What could have done so much damage?
Oh, okay, I thought it'd be more.
You can't
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
Let's go to last checkpoint. I didn't realize that was Captain Fitzroy. I thought captain as in captain of the sea. Oops. Oh, these loading times are ridiculous. So how's everybody doing? It's almost Halloween. I had this discussion with a lot of friends, and nobody knows what they're gonna do because we're all too old to go trick or treating, but we're all too also old to drink nonstop. It's a little odd. Oh, this loading screen is. Making sure the stream's going okay. Looks like it's healthy. What's with this loading? Like, it is hard, like, downloaded onto the hard drive, right? Like, I remember having to do that for the 360, and while it was a cool idea, it didn't help too much.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. Only a speck.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Let's go to the bar first. Bradley's gonna take a while to go up the stairs. I'm hoping all of these sailors don't look the same. Rude. I didn't even do anything.
Hey, be careful.
I saw that. I saw that.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hold to test eloquence.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
The stranded whale.
whale.
I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
Ambergris.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why.
Have you never seen them?
I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Maybe I will.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Don't order a drink.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll
Fair
tell
enough.
nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around.
Is it haunted?
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
It's haunted, isn't it?
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more.
Yeah, all right.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous then.
I've got what I...
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Right, let's look around. They didn't like the prohibition after all.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
I feel like I'm playing like Nancy Drew, but with like more horror.
You like our song?
We're true sirens.
They look very
We
similar.
may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper.
I guess it's hard to
report.
dispute that.
Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
Not
They
enough
all
whales.
disappeared.
You
Whales,
exhausted
they
the
went.
stocks.
The whales went to the moon.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Why would he say it like that? So long, stranger. She's important.
Nightmares.
Algernon
Can
drink.
hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
You okay, Algernon?
My God.
An asylum.
What you looking at, stranger?
Hello?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
You got it. It's locked, eh? Alright, there's nothing left here. Let's hunt around town.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
This mystery deepens.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Could be the lady. Oh, he's watching me do this too.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
I didn't even go through this door.
Fishing equipment. Huh. Could do with some rust remover.
It's the outhouse. Secrets, secrets. Okay, so here's one test of a game. What the hell? Yep, it's always a push door. It's never a pull.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
It's a library. Oh, Madison went up. These candles are very off-putting.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, it's the peg leg, huh? The harpoon. Stairs are busted. Alright, tell me your
I brought out the
secrets.
Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins
Oh, he is
cargo
Fitzroy.
manifests. They're on the table next to you.
Okay, so wait, the police officer was Bradley. Okay. He just keeps talking, doesn't he?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shut...
What could have done?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The same goes for you, sir. Move
Officer
along.
Bradley. I didn't read it the first time.
They seem to be very
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. He's gonna get us in trouble. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
It's a weird superstition. I mean, it would increase sharks if there were sharks. I don't know.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
What the? Oh. Probably started walking as soon as I started looking at them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Go ahead.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
I mean,
You're
maybe.
talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
True.
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Something with tentacles.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Can you destroy her?
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
Like treasure.
But you don't
and
know
booty.
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
Okay.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Hmm. 2 points means nothing for me. I can't get past them.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall
here.
take my leave.
I'm not gonna get in there easily. Did they come back? No. Do some things not show up unless I have... Oh. Ratchet device.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Maybe if I look a little closer for another green dot.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Is there anything else I can see? Oh, I got a message on the Discord. Just a sec. Oop, nope. Is this like a great red light green light scenario?
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Aha.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Oh, it tells me if I've got everything.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Down we go. Oh man. It's too much gas. Yeah, there's gas going in there.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. Smells harmless, but should I beware of psychotropic effects?
Nope, just rocks. There's gonna be jump scares in there. No. Whoa. There's just seaweed. But yeah, this oil is gonna mess me up. How's Pierce doing? Oh man, these don't look very good.
This is primitive.
I don't have anything in occultism. Ian.
Oh, this place stinks. What is
One
the
CP
connection
every once in a
between
while.
this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
A reconstruction scene?
What happened here? Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Weird way to go into like a subcategory there. I guess that's one way to make sure you don't have to keep looking at the space.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Sorry, I'm a little snoopy.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce.
Uh-oh.
I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene?
My psychology's pretty low then.
Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on.
Left.
My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
I did.
God damn it. Her again.
Hello.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Ugh.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay.
This lady's pretty savage.
Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Can't help but see the building.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
And here's a long loading screen. Oh boy. We're stuck here. We're gonna have to find out what's at the Hawkins mansion. Let's split up, gang. This just reminds me a lot of like the Agatha Christie games. Okay, enter madness. Feels like a very slow burn. Someone's here.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them.
I guess.
Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
I disagree.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you...
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
You're so poor.
You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I do.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at the...
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you. If
Only
only...
to be sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
No question of leaving now. I must examine the scene of the fire.
Straight path, huh?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
1693. I keep forgetting that the left trigger is to run. Did I miss something? Reach the end. Reach Minor. Why would I just follow him? I gotta investigate everything.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Is that the graveyard? There's the lighthouse. A spooky chair. Spooky lighthouse, though. Small wooden whale. New clue memorized? I don't think I memorized it. I think I just took it. Oh, no. It went that way. That way leads to the manor.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Plenty. He owed a lot of money.
He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary?
Poor kid.
And steal a bird painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
I should be able to just take that lantern, right? Unless the oil is no good. Mainway's closed. I think they had the lighting right. Because even the little bit from this little lighter is enough.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Stop bothering me.
Cop was here.
Shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas.
You're right.
Let's go.
Stop bothering me.
I'm not. You're bothering
Let's
me.
take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by S. Winchester. I'll keep this up for another 7 minutes, everybody, and then I think that's probably it for tonight. It's good to get some spookiness in here. The old caretaker still faithful. He was probably going to chop me up to death. Although I don't know why everything has to be green. Why green? Why? It's my least favorite color. Why? I vomited the sight of green.
Follow me. I know the place.
Ooh, that was a little
Who left this light on?
dodgy. Detective Edward Pierce.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Let's space out for just a second.
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
A lot of paintings. Two seating arrangements? Who was here?
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
What was the weather like? I don't know. Bright and white.
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat? or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Was that lightning? Why is it starting to rain now?
Silas managed to bring the fire under control. It was already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Don't like climbing bookshelves, huh?
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
I've got another detective game that feels like this too. Might try that out tomorrow.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
I'm missing something.
Did someone escape the fire?
Someone or something. There's a painting
If the
here.
painting I found on the docks really came from here,
Whoa, that is an
how
upsetting
come
thing.
it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
No promises.
This door is locked.
Yes. It'll get there.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Saw the book first.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Where is everything?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
No special books.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
The ladders are broken too. I went through that.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Okay. It's been an hour and a half, and I think that's it for today. Tune in tomorrow. I'm going to probably pick another game that's probably a bit more action-oriented. Maybe. Well, until then, I hope to see everyone next time. Enjoy the VOD, everybody.